this part I'm going to create the sequence diagram for this one. So we created the narrative, as we said, right click, just to remind you, right click, and you go to open here, and you see here in the flow, this is the narrative, this is the declaration of the narrative, which is the information about it, and this is the flow of the narrative. So I don't want the narrative now, but I'm going to follow what's in the narrative in here. Do exactly what's in the narrative. So here, if you just remember these, player roll die 1, get the first value, play die 2, get the second value or face value of the second one, calculate the total, and if the total is 7, then win, and otherwise it is lost. Okay, so we go back to here and we want to create that one. So what do? We go to here and click on here sub diagram, and we create a new diagram because we don't have diagram. So if we have it, then we can have, link it here, but otherwise we don't have. So this is the a new diagram. What type of diagram I want? I want sequence diagram. So this one, next, and I go to blank one, and here next. Then this is the, I can just call it like this, which is play dice game sequence diagram, if you want any information about it or whatever. So now click OK and close this one, and here I'm going to create the sequence diagram here. Okay, so these are the information about the use case. Okay, so we want the sequence diagram. Okay, so we go to diagram here, and we go to the sequence here. You see, I have already this is the one, this is the one. Okay, so here when I click on this one, I will get these for the sequence. I click this one, these are for the use cases. So double click here, this is for the sequence. So the sequence start in fact with, let me open this one as well to see. I can drag and drop here, this one. So if I drag and drop here, this is the player. So the player, and this is the lifeline, and this is the activation of the player. I want to have the dice game as object, so it is not that dice game. That dice game is as the application itself, all the application itself. Okay, yeah, okay. So let me have object here. So you go to where? You go to here. Not here. No, it is in here. This one. Okay. So you click on here and drag it. Then when you release it, you will see there are several things. I want what? I want this one. I want this one, which is, I suppose it's already created. Of course it would be created, has to be created the object first. If I want to create, I use this one. So I have to create it. And I want to, if I have all the states, I have to create all the object and then do them. But I suppose like you know how to create them and when to create them. But here I'm going to suppose it is created already, and it is called game, and I'm going to click on this one. So now here is the, should be the game. I'm going to call it, this is any object of type game, and this is what's there. I'm going to write here play. I call it play, for instance, and this is what is going to, a message will go to play when the player play, yani press on the play in the game. What's the game going to do? Going to go through the narrative. What's the narrative? So here I'm going to click on here one and here. Okay. Okay. So again, click on here, and I'm going to. What I want to. If I suppose there is die 1 and die 2, again, if you want to create that, that's another story. So if I suppose you have it, then we can go here and I release this and put here die 1. die1 of type die is the class. So what is here? It's here roll this dice. You see the numbers are already created, and we said we want to get the face value directly, so you can roll the second one or you get the face value directly from here. Let us have the face value from here. For instance, here get face value. I select this type and I say here fv equal to get face value. This is a method going to be called. Let me just make this a bit. Okay, so this is called to return face value. Then similarly, I'm going to repeat the process here for the second one. So I'm going to create here another one. See, when you get this one, it means the distances are similar. So again, I'm going to click this one and I put here die2 of type die. It should be underlined usually, but it's not used in this convention. And here I'm going to call it roll. So another roll here for the die1, die2. And then I get the value here. Similarly here, I get the value from this, which is here, whatever. Here I say similar to that one, but I'm going to change these to face value. Okay, this is face value 1, doesn't it? And this is face value 2. And get face value. Get face value from that, from die2. Double click on here. Not double click, one click. Okay, so one click here. I have this, which is the self, or this is self. So we have self like this, and here is calculate total, or can say total equal to calculate total. So the total would be there. Okay, let me say total equal to, usually equal is here for the convention of the UML. Calculate total. What does this do? I want to explain what does this going to do. So you can link it here, it's fine. Okay, so what does this do? This is the second, you see there, this is 1.1.1, 1.2, then 1.3, 1.4. It should be, it's okay, it should be 2, but this is 2 separate. So it could be this. Okay, these are together. Okay. So now this one is going to be, I can correct this to be equal like that, to be equal, following the convention of UML. Okay. Now the total is here. I want to have if statement now. The if statement called alternate. Alternate. If you go here and you see if there is any alternate. Yes. Here. Alternate combined fragment. So if you click here and drag it all over this. So this is this part for the if and this part for the else. So if I go to here, right click here and go to operand and then manage operand. Then here I have 2, which is what is the constraint I want to use for that. So the first constraint I want to use for the first part is if total equal 7. If total equals 7. For the alternate, if it is total not equal, I can write it not equal, or I put whatever I want not equal like that, this. So whatever you want to use. So let me say not equal like this. 7. Then apply. Okay. Okay. So that is the case here. So if it is 7, then I'm going to drag one of these to where to a new one. I'm going to call it display. Okay, here is display. And here I'm going to call this print u1. And similarly here, I go to this one, so it's not, and display print ULUs. Okay. So that's the all the processes here. Next step, I'm going to show you how to step through them all together. One thing maybe I can add here, I want to add here for this, I want to add explanation for this. Okay, so this one, I want it to be explained. So I click on here, and you see here, this is you can put it here or here, which is the comment. Okay, so maybe here, yeah, to explain like how this calculate will be done. You can say total equal to total face value 1 plus face value 2. So you can explain it like this is the how it is done. Usually we will put constraint, but I don't want to concern about the constraint at the moment. But the constraint is like this. We'll talk about it later in the course. Make it bigger a bit here. So this is how the calculation of that is done. So you can put it here, or you can put it here to show like how this is can be done. Okay, here. And move this a little bit. For instance here. Show like this is explanation of this process, how it is done. So this is called, don't show this message again. Okay, so this is the diagram. You can save it now. You can go to project and save. Save. That will be saved anywhere you want to save this diagram. So this is saving the diagram. You can give it a name and VPP to save it somewhere, or you can go to here. The project is sorry, this is open. You can go to save. Save a project. Okay. The project, it could be also saved. Okay. That's the project. Usually we will say export. So export the project to whatever diagram as, or okay, diagram as image. You can have it as image. This is important. So if you click on here as image, you can select what diagram you want. For instance, this diagram I want it, so you can print it as image. Save it as image, and you can send the image for the exam, for instance. You can do it as image. And this is the other one. You see, because this is not pro, so that's why it doesn't appear like this. Yeah. So this is what here, and you can export it to whatever type you want. Real size or straight or whatever. Okay. That's the diagram. Okay. Export image with the frame or legend, whatever. Okay. So that's the thing here. That's what I want to show you. Thank you for now. I'm going to show you how this is going to run